Hello! I felt like doing some small code experiments. So, today we're gonna play with PPM format images. Yay! I drew this in GIMP, and then we can save this as a PPM file. I already saved it, but we'll do it again. Save it as an ASCII output, and then we can open this with a text editor, and look, it's just plain text. And we can play with it in Python or C++ or whatever. But I'm going to play in C++ because I have everything memorized. I just happen to know how to load files. I always have to look that up when I'm doing Python because I don't use... I use Python a lot, but I still don't have it memorized how to actually... I think it's just like fopen or open. But I also, I use PHP, so then I get all the functions mixed up. I just know C++. It's my native language, so we're going to play with that. So this PPM file, you can look up the specs on Wikipedia under netpvm. They're pretty easy to use, and the top header indicates which type of file this is, so I believe a P1 is just going to be black and white. Zeros and ones. Then you also have your dimensions right here, so my dimensions are 16 by 16. Let's see. I think I'm just using this version. Oh, mine's not... Oh, no. It's saying size, and then this very first 255 is the amount of colors. Everything after that is in pairs of 3, red, green, blue, and so on forever. So there's a lot of black and white, and then we have some other colors in here too. So I was just gonna write something to load it in, and I don't know, we can play around with the images, I guess? So I've made a struct to store the RGB just to kind of keep those together, so I don't want to store just a vector of integers. And then I made a PPM image so we could just store the width and height there, and I don't really care about this because I'm really only going to play with this kind. I always forget if I need to do the ignore, but I think I need to do it before the get lines if I've been doing stream operators. I think I would have to do an ignore here. I don't think I have to do an ignore here. Yeah. I will also note that some images have more comments, but we're just messing around with this one GIMP image, or we might generate our own. So we're just gonna hardcode this because I don't feel like doing stuff. Oh no, it didn't load my image. Oh wait, It's not in the right directory. Oops. There we go. That's better. This terminal is so tiny. Can you even read that? I tried to set it to a different terminal and it was giving me trouble because of course they did. Okay, now that we can load the image, we can do something to it, like maybe reverse the pixels? Okay, to even test if this works, I kind of need to write a save function, so we'll do that too. I forgot to treat the pixels like separate RGB values. Oops. Well, okay, that's fine there. Does it work now? Okay, so we have our original cat.ppm over here, and let's check out cat edit. We reversed the pixels! Yeah! Sorry, that was probably not pleasant. Well, what else can we do? Well, I need to blow my nose, so I'm right back. Well, let's maybe generate some art on our own. I've always wanted to make something that generates my game art for me, so let's make brick wall as an image. So we got that going for us. We're gonna make a new one. brick wall, and I'm going to set it to equal to make brick wall. Yeah! We're gonna let's put a width and a height so that we can make any size of brick wall we want. So we'll start with just 32 by 32. So with our image, we need width to be that, height to be that. We're gonna set the color depth to be 255, I suppose. And we're gonna add some pixels. So when I draw a brick wall, let's do 32 by 32. Usually I'll just set everything to red first, and then I'll figure out my brick sizes. So if it's like 32 by 32, I'll make one brick 16 pixels high. Oh, GIMP is being weird. There's some update or something. And then I make the width of the bricks to be like that, something like that. So we can, that's like an algorithm, right? And then like technically shading bricks can kind of be an algorithm too. Now it would be easiest for me if I actually stored this as a 2D array and modified it that way instead of having a linear list of pixels. That's less fun. What do we want to do here? I'm thinking. The problem with C++ is if I want to do a dynamic 2D array, it's going to be really ugly. Now I have to remember how to do this. Honestly, I don't know if that's right. Let's just test this and see if it works. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna pretend that you can only make 32 by 32 size images. You have no choice in the matter. This is why everything should be hard-coded. It's fine. We don't even need width and height. I'll keep it in there. Let's just make a constructor. So let's set the entire image to red first. We need to maybe figure out the RGB value. Okay. Let's try it again. And it said it outputted bricks.ppm. It should technically just be red. Oh no! Invalid X resolution. Did I not output that in the text file? Oh no, code blocks crashed. Ah! Oh! Oops. That might help. Okay, now let's try that again. Well, that's a darker color than I had meant. 70? Wait, what is the max here? Oh, it's out of 100. Ah, dang it. That's annoying. Okay, so we'll set these to 180. And then, so that's just setting that to red. Then about, well, exactly halfway down, we're going to draw the horizontal line. So, Y position is going to be image.height divided by 2. And then for the pixels along that length, we are going to set those to black. Or maybe really dark red. I don't know. How dark can we go? Maybe a 50. Run. Close. Now we can... Ah man, these are hard to keep track of. Throw that there. Look, we got a line! Ah! Okay, now we'll do the middle and the ending ones. Oh, oops. We need this to be from that to the white pause. So, there we go, a simple brick wall, and then we can add some shading in there somehow. So usually if we wanted to do like a glossy brick, and without any like other, you know, type of thing, could be something like this. That's usually how I do a basic shade on a brick, and then you can kind of add some noise in there. I don't know if I'm skilled enough to add noise. And then you can, you know, depending on your pixel art style, you can dither it, kinda, something. I don't know. We'll just start simple. Oh, well, I didn't quite plan that right. Maybe I should do the shading before that. Also, I should have a line down here. Let's see. Oh, well, I didn't do something right. Well, now we have a tile floor. The downside is just having to read it. So, I have a middle line here that I don't want. A middle vertical line. Oh, it's because I added an extra line. The Y pause here needs to be the image dot height divided by 2, I think. What am I doing? We'll see. Oops. Yay! Okay, then we can add some lighter colored red. And maybe, usually I'll do that like along here. Oh, that's not really a great red for that. And over here, something like that. So, let's see. Okay, so I kind of got my pink dots where I want them. And then I can just hard code that shape if I want. This way. So this is this lower one. I could do one below that pixel as well. And so if I ran that just to kind of show what it looks like, from going from one pixel, now it has one additional down, and I can do that over there too. And then we can also do several to the side. So we'll take this and just use a for loop. Well, there we go. It's a glossy brick. And if I felt like using a dynamic array, I could even do something like, hey, take that 32 by 32 brick and tile it around, except I don't want to deal with dynamic 2D arrays in C++. That sounds terrible. But here's what it would look like all tiled together. I mean, it's not a bad looking brick wall. It's passable. It's a little bit clean, but in a way it looks kind of DOS styled because it's so clean. But yeah. Okay, so, you know, that can be modified too, and then let's do another game tile thing. So next, let's just do like grass, because I'm really bad at drawing grass. So we're going to minimize this one. Make grass. And we'll just try to make something that looks kind of grassy. What's a good grass base? Maybe something like that. And now, rather than doing a specific algorithm, we can just use some random numbers. Well, that means I need to include some random number stuff. And let's say highlights is going to be some sort of random number between, I mean, we definitely want some. I don't know how much is too much highlights for a grass, but let's say we have a range of maybe 50, so 100 to 150 maybe, and then we just generate a random X and Y position. And so we'll take something a little bit lighter for that, and take the image.pixel array. Let's just copy paste this part and set that to this color, and make sure to return that image when we're done. Okay, let's see what that first pass looks like. I mean, it looks like you took the paint tool in MS Paint and tried to make some grass, which isn't great, but we could kind of maybe adjust this a little bit. Instead of using the time as a seed, maybe we should maybe let the user enter a seed, but we're gonna go with this for now. I think that's enough highlights. That's like a good amount of specklies, but I don't know. We're just also, let's do a random amount of darker highlights. Okay, still looks like we're doing the fill tool, but a little bit better this time because we have a little more texture going on. I know I did write at some point a pixel art helpy thingy. I don't remember where I put it. That's not a terrible grass. Now we could make it a little bit smarter and then make our grass a little bit more like that or something, and then like maybe have a highlight on one edge. So let's work with the idea of this is one part of the grass and we'll kind of build from there. But we don't want all of the grass strands to look the same, so let's say int height of the grass strand will be anything from an additional 0 pixels to maybe 3 pixels. And so then let's say y is 0, y is less than height, y plus plus. We're going to just maybe take the darker shade of this. I don't know. Let's maybe make this the darker shade first and then do the lighter shade second. So I'm just going to comment this out right now. And we're going to keep the darker shade, and we'll just be changing that Y position. Let's see if that turns out okay. So, oh, that's weird. Height. Oh, no, we don't want, like, literal, wait, okay, I meant Y equals Y. Y plus height? No. Let's just make this a different variable. Okay, let's see. Okay, like that's a little, that's alright. And then maybe at the very top, for some of these, we could do the highlight. So, or I don't know, what would look good for a highlight with this grass? Like, would that be okay? Just kind of like doing that? Like, maybe if we took, that's the dark pixel on top. Maybe if we just offset it by 1 in each direction, it would look okay. I don't know, we'll see. Run that again. Check out our grass. Well, that looks kind of weird. What if we don't offset the X? Maybe that'll look better. I mean, I don't think that looks that great, but let's throw it in here again and see. I kinda actually prefer the random dark and the random light together. But I mean, I could write something to look a little bit more pointy and triangly as grass. Okay, that one didn't turn out great because I can see that there's almost like a swoopy S shape here that I see repeated, but that's just thanks to the random. Like maybe that one's better. I need to find my pixel utility that I wrote. Of course, I write things and then I lose them. I don't know. Okay, that's okay. You know, let's do something like this. Like, add highlight is random to 10, and if add highlight is divisible by 10, then we'll add the highlight, otherwise we don't. So we'll just kind of space out that so it's not happening all the dang time. I have a cat trying to break in the bedroom. I don't want her in here because she's so talkative. Oops. Oops, I pasted that on the background layer. Well, how's it look? Here. I'll tile this some more. Luna is sad because I don't want her in here. She's a very sad cat. Okay, I can definitely see the tiling because due to random chance this stuff kind of appeared here and it looks swoopy, but you know, that might not be too bad. Also, I kind of like adding splotchies in my grass as well, like just blob, blob, blob splotchies. So let's do that first up here. Background color, splotchies, and then grass blades. So with the splotchy, we'll do the same. We're not gonna have 50 splotchies. Let's say 3 or maybe 2 to 7-ish, maybe. We'll just call this splotchies. And then we'll also get a random X and Y, but we're gonna do it a little bit differently. So int width is gonna be random. Maybe I don't know. We don't want it to be 0. We'll see how this goes. So then at that position, we'll draw a pixel and do 82, 165, and 556. And then we'll also expand it kind of circularly. So I'm just trying to think how I want to do this. I don't know. I'm gonna end up with squares. Let's just have squares first. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, we got 2 splotchies. Maybe we need more splotchies than that. Let's say at least 5, but up to 10? I mean, I almost kind of want more splotchies. How's that? Of course, they could also be overlapping with stuff, but I don't know. I want more splotchies! Ah, okay. Let's see what that looks like. Tile in our grassies to see what tiled grassies look like. Well, I mean, I can definitely see the tiling happening, but I think it looks cool. And you know what? Actually, let's do this. Let's say we're gonna make several grasses. 1 and 2 and 3. We're just gonna reuse that grass variable. And then if you did this and you just generated multiple grassies, so I'm gonna close that. We'll do 256, 256. We have 3 grassies, and we can basically like have them loaded into a game and just randomly select from which grassy we're gonna use. I don't know why I keep saying grassy, but yeah. So let's say we do 1, 2, 3. Maybe we do like 2, 3, 2, and then we could tile that some more or something if we wanted, but something like that. Ooh, that's some interesting grassies. That's not terrible. I mean, from out here it doesn't look great, but if you're playing a very pixely game, that's not terrible. That's an okay grass. What else? What else? Maybe one more type of thing. I would say I would do water along the same lines as this, so let's not do water. Maybe let's try to do like a little character sprite. Of course, this is gonna have to be 32 by 32 because of the restriction, but you know. So let's try. Okay. So let's plan out a basic skeleton. We got not much space, so it's gonna be kind of like a Pokemon, like red and blue style. So the head is probably the top half of the thing, and then the body is gonna be like, I don't know, a little bit more and a little bit of room for the feet. I don't think I'm gonna have the energy to do all this. Maybe we'll just do the head. Or we could do a random character head thing. I don't know. Or we can do like a boxy character, because I don't feel like doing a lot of stuff. I don't know. It's late. I want to just go play some games or do something. Yeah. Okay, so this is about, where is this? This is right at the halfway point. So let's say head top is gonna be we'll just keep this pretty regular, and then we're just mostly work on having the code draw the character with less randomization, because that can always be added in afterwards. So let's say I usually will put the head top maybe 2-3 pixels down from the top. Head width, maybe that can be a little bit random from I don't know, let's say the minimum is the image width times 75%. Let me think. So minimum 24, and we don't want it to take up the whole thing. Maybe that? I don't know. Draw head. Actually, one thing we can do. Let's say pixel skin colors. I don't know. We can like predefine skin colors and different colors and stuff. So, GB. Let's kind of probably look up skin color reference drawing sheet. It's usually like these sorts of things. I don't know if that's the best. I accidentally hit the Pinterest button. Let's just kind of copy this and go with that. So let's grab that. We'll have that be 207, 150, and 100. And I don't know, just picking up some colors. Okay, so then we can say which skin color do we want. It's going to be random from those 5 options. And then let's see, we will start drawing the head in the middle of our region. What do you think? Well, okay, so I don't really know what the formula is to draw a circle. Like, I haven't really drawn circles. I usually just let my graphical library do that for me. So we're just gonna have boxy characters just to keep it simple. So Y is gonna be at head top. Y is gonna be head height is image.height divided by 2 minus head top, I guess. And then int y is head width. Okay, let's see what that gives us. Oh, I didn't fill in any of the other part of the image, so we got some garbage in there. So maybe I should fill that in with some white. That's a very big head. Maybe 60. Okay, we're also gonna draw an outline. So, what am I doing? I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna set this to 0 for maybe a black outline. I don't know if it'll work. Let's see. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Oh, okay. That worked. So then we can also do that for X is head X, or X is... Okay, so now we have an outlined head. Let's add some eyeballs. So, eye spacing. So here, let's say we'll take image.width divided by 2 and subtract eye spacing for one eye and add eye spacing for the other eye. And then for now, we'll just put a pixel there. What's gonna be the Y position? I guess it will be head top plus head height divided by 2, maybe? I'm just kind of writing what sounds good. Oh, yeah, that's okay. And then we'll make it a little bit taller than that. So that's gonna just make one eye bigger. Oh, that's too far out. Maybe not that much spacing. Okay, and we can do the same here. We could also randomize what kind of eyes it has. So we could make them little dots, we can make them liney lines, I don't know. Yeah. Let's, I guess, do a body. So body top is going to be the head top plus head height. Body bottom is going to be image.height minus 5, maybe? And of course that can be randomized some more. Body, let's just do as a rectangle, because that'll make it easier on me. So let's do head X. Let's just, we're gonna hard code this for now. Head X plus head width minus 2. And then we just gotta draw a rectangle. Let's see, I just tried to make it a red shirt. Oh. Oh no. We might have the Terminator. What? Oh, I'm not using the right. I'm getting messy with my coding. There we go, red shirt. And then we can also basically change up shirt color. Let's say shirt color.r is some random number between 0 and 255. G and B. Then set these over here so that the character will have a random shirt color. That's how you tell everybody apart. There, and then we can also add the outline. So, okay, and well, we could randomize the sizes now. So let's do this as random. I don't know. If I do end up doing this sort of thing for a game, I'm gonna fix that up a little bit better so that the code is easier to maintain. I think that they're getting slightly different body sizes now. We might make this up to 10 and see what that gives us. I want different sizes. There we go. There's a tiny dude. Well, I mean, then there can be, you know, hands and feet, but one way that a lot of games try to animate stuff these days is like the hands and feet will be on a separate image, and then those just animate independently in the game code. And that way they don't actually have to write or make animated sprites, or at least make simpler animated sprites. But yeah, I mean, these guys, they're pretty simplistic, but it could be a style. You can just say, this is my style. And then, you know, it could be modified more to have circular heads, circular bodies and stuff. But yeah, man, it's only 8:44. It feels a lot later than that. But you know, I have to also edit this video, so it'll probably be later by the time I'm done with this. Okay, well, there's a lot of other cool things we can do with PPM files, like you can convert images to your PPM file and save that and then do modifications. Maybe we'll do that another time. I just wanted to generate some images. Yay! Now, if you're on Windows, how to open these? I don't know. Just download GIMP. You can, I don't know if it'll open in Paint. I don't know. But we will go ahead and I will commit these changes after I edit a gitignore file, because I don't like my obj and bin files being added. We'll add those images. You can have them if you'd like. Generating images for games, maybe. Okay, that will be online. I'll have a link to that repository in the description. And hopefully that was a fun little coding project. I might try to do something like image filtering, playing around later on. But yeah. Thanks for watching.